The human need for communication over long distance has existed since the beginning of civilization, but until very recently, there were no efficient, quick, and convenient ways of doing this. 1957, a Soviet engineer called Leonid worked on several experimental models of small handheld mobile phones. One of these models was only 70 grams. Today, many of us couldn't imagine our lives without mobile phones. They come in all shapes and sizes, with multiple features designed to satisfy our daily needs for communication and socialization, as well as a multitude of others. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto invented Bitcoin
I just bought some Bitcoin.
on the first layer of blockchain. For the first time ever, the invention made possible to transfer money around the world without the need of bank or any other third parties. And just like the creator of mobile, Satoshi created the first wave to what would be known as the blockchain technology. The idea may be complex, but a powerful tool for the human society. We all want that.
Found out about blockchain first, as most people around that time were, through Bitcoin. And personally, at first, I thought that Bitcoin was an absolutely terrible idea.
I was teaching at Stanford back in 2010, and a teaching assistant for the class sent me an article. She said, oh, there's this really cool thing. It's open source money. And I remember thinking, open source money, isn't that cool? But it'll probably never work.
I did what most people do the first moment they are exposed to Bitcoin. I discounted it. I thought this was silly internet money. You could mine it. It's like a golden goose. It took me about a year to really re-explore the technology. And so by 2012, I did what I tell most people to do today, is turn off your phone, lock your door, and study this technology for a day. It's the best advice I could give.
I was on a sabbatical from work. Decided I'd take a year off, live off some savings, figure out what I want to do. It was there that I discovered this little orange icon with a bee in the middle. I said, what is this strange thing? So I started looking, okay, Bitcoin, interesting. That was about 2012, 2013, and I haven't left the space since. I've just continued further and further down the blockchain rabbit hole, if you will, and I've been pleasantly surprised and had no reason to crawl my way back out and find another technology.
There's a point at which it's almost like you can't stop. It just gets so interesting, and you're so fascinated by it, and you just want to learn more and more and more. And even, by the way, to this day, there are new developments. You know, there are new ways of solving problems, new approaches, and it's very exciting to be in this world.
So you may ask, okay, Tejas, now we need to cut everything to understand our technology? Well, not really, but let's take Instagram as an example. The algorithms do require us to repeat or create the same wavelength of content to be attracting more impressions. Scratching your head? Well, I have a simplified answer as well.
So for me personally, the blockchain has two main technical ingredients. So one ingredient is cryptography. And when I say cryptography, I really mean asymmetric cryptography. And the other ingredient is so-called distributed systems. But these are the two main things. If you understand these two things, then basically you understand all the technical details of blockchain or Bitcoin, for that matter.
We have the ability to create records that are indelible. We have the ability to transfer value, and we have the ability to automate the process, which involves smart contracts. Still scratching your head? Wait, let me help you.
And that means, potentially, that you could transform the structure of financial services. Today, there are all sorts of institutions that exist to maintain sets of records, to be a trusted third party is the industry parlance for it. And that role is potentially fundamentally reshaped.
Blockchains are networks, and networks that we see today, Alibaba, Airbnb, Uber, those are interesting networks, but they're centralized networks. Here, you're going to have networks that are decentralized, that are working more on as a cooperative. I think some of the challenges will be what are the economics of those networks, what are the economics of certain blockchains versus today's discussion, which is all about the technology. I think tomorrow's discussion will be about how do you build network effects off of these new railroads.
And let's not forget how much paper we waste every year. By making this ledger completely digital, we save a lot of paper and we enhance the trust between man and machine. Because trust is what bonds human more than anything in this world.
I think you can divide the entire crypto world into crypto assets and crypto applications. And so crypto asset networks are meant to store a long duration safe haven asset for a decade, a century, a millennium. And Bitcoin is, of course, the leader in that space.
So you watched it till the end. Welcome to Till the End, gang. And I hope you like this documentary. And if you did, please subscribe to my channel.
Help me out tremendously if you flipped that like button for the YouTube algorithm by raising it until it turns blue.
And I will see you in the next one.